Hey guys, Steve Washington here. Hope you guys are well. Wanted to touch base with you guys about this idea of pursuing your passions, right? So I feel like maybe for like the last at least 20 years, maybe more, just this idea of pursue your passions, has been like a thing and very popular and something that's easy to buy into, right? Because who doesn't want to pursue the very things that they're interested in? You'll hear even the idea or the quote that um how's it go? Oh, it basically says that, if you pursue what you love, you'll never work a day in your life, right? And that probably is true, has some truth to it, right? But here's the challenge. The challenge is, what if what you love and what you're passionate about doesn't really help anybody? You know, what if, because there are people who just, I don't know, love to paint and just love to paint in a dark room with, maybe some sort of a Zen type of vibe and lights and, special kind of music playing or whatever. And that's nice. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want to do. You should do it. Right. But I don't know how many people that's actually helping. Right. And so I was really challenged by this idea by a rabbi. His name is Rabbi Daniel Lapin. If you guys follow Dave Ramsey at all, he's a frequent guest on his show. And has this quote that I want to share with you guys. He says, "Work is not about doing what you want to do, work is about serving others." So, work is not about doing what you want to do, but work is about serving others. And, this isn't a shot at not enjoying life and not enjoying the things that you want to do, that you are passionate about. You should. But if we're having a conversation about, well, how do you become financially well off? How do you become wealthy? How do you create generational wealth? And how do you increase your income? It's not necessarily tied to your passion, because your passion may have very little to no income tied to it or problem tied to it. You see, earning money and increasing your value and increasing your income is all about solving problems for people, period. Everyone solves a problem. Everyone who you know of that is wealthy has solved major problems for someone. I think about like during the times of COVID and when things were shut down and things were very limited and so forth. Like, nobody was mad at Jeff Bezos. Nobody, right? Not a single human, because that delivery was still taking place, still going on, even in the midst of the entire epidemic. We were still able to order. We were able to get food. Maybe not fresh produce and things, but solved a lot of problems for a lot of people. Solving problems. It's solved problems for me today. I'm sure Amazon has been in my house at least once or twice already today. You know, and so I say that to say the key to elevating your income is to say, how can I solve problems for more people? What is a situation that they have that I can step in and truly serve them? I mean, if you really think about it, so Rabbi Lapin, he challenged this idea of, is what you're pursuing really self-serving? I have hope I don't get in trouble for this, right? But I know different people who will maybe have started clothing lines, and they put their clothing line out there, and they're like, oh, you should buy this, this overpriced sweatshirt or whatever. And it's like, well, why? And it's like, because we're friends. And it's like, bro, how does that help me? This helps you. Just ask me for $50, Don't force me, don't guilt me into, now I've got to buy this shirt that I don't even like, I don't even are interested in. It looks very amateur, and the whole nine. And I know I'm being called a hater through this or whatever. That's not my intention, sincerely. But the reality, somebody's got to speak the truth sometime, right? And the reality is, if you have a product or service that I want, you don't have to tell me to buy it. I'm buying it. It makes perfect sense. You don't see Chick-fil-A begging people to buy their food. You don't see, I don't know, just even, there's local mom and pop little taco stands or food trucks and things like these guys aren't begging you to buy their food. People are buying their food because they're solving a problem. They're providing a convenient food item at a price that people feel is reasonable, and that's just that. And that's the way business works, right? Business is not fair and it's not unfair. It just does. It just is, right? And so it's like, look, if you have will develop your skill sets enough to solve a problem for someone, then they will in turn pay you. And if you don't believe me, think about the last time you gave money to someone, and I'm certain that it was in exchange for solving a problem for that someone. So if you would like to increase your income, your wealth, your well-being, you have to figure out how to serve somebody else. That's what I do in the real estate business. I serve people that have property problems. They, need to sell their property because of all sorts of reasons. Probate. Sorry, it's a dreary day out, so my mind's a little out of here. But people who have probate problems, people who have divorce problems, people who have foreclosure problems, people who need money now problems, people who just want speed and convenience problems. Like that's that's the community. Those are the people I serve. They're happy that I'm there. I'm happy to be there. There's been times where I've sold problem properties of my own where I didn't want to deal with it. I knew I was selling a property at a discount, but I didn't want to deal with the problem. Somebody else is willing to deal with the problem. If you would like to increase your income, figure out how you can solve either more problems or greater problems, and your income will go up. Have a great day, guys.